Hi Husky fans, it's Peter Roby here from the athletic department, and this is our opportunity to do our mid-year kind of thank you to all of our terrific fans and supporters of Northeastern athletics. It's been a good year. We're very appreciative of all the support that our teams have received, and it's my opportunity to say thank you to all of the folks that have been there for us so far. Our fans have been terrific as usual. Our students have turned out in ways that have given us a tremendous advantage. They've been there in the doghouse at hockey games. They've been there in the end zone for our men's basketball games. They've turned out in record numbers for our women's volleyball team during the year in a fantastic season that they had. We've had great turnout for our women's ice hockey game on ESPN3, where we could show just how much we support our women's ice hockey program to the nation. First time ever a women's hockey game covered on one of the ESPN networks. We're really proud of that and showed up with over 1,200 people in our building. We've had games on Comcast Sportsnet that have been well received because of the type of fan interaction we've had. And so to the doghouse, to the end zone, we say thank you, and we hope that we can continue to build a relationship with those groups so that our student athletes benefit. We even got our doghouse down to Hyannis for our women's ice hockey championships with Hockey East, and we're really appreciative of that. They turned out in a major way at the women's beanpot over at BU and saw us win our first beanpot championship in 14 years on the women's side. As always, you were there in full throat, if you will, at the TD Garden for the men's beanpot. We've always had tremendous support from the student section at the beanpot. This year was no exception, and we probably had the best student support of any of the 4 teams in the beanpot, and so for that we say thank you. Our band has been phenomenal under the direction of John Leonard. We thank him and the band so much. They add so much to our games and the environment there, and creating a fun experience for our student athletes. The band was there for us at Richmond. The band was there at the Beanpot, both men and women. The band has been there for volleyball games and soccer games at Parsons Field and men's and women's ice hockey. We just can't thank you enough for first of all, for the time that you spend by being at those games, and then the passion in which you bring to the games and playing your hearts out and helping us to celebrate our teams and create an environment that we're all proud of. To our dance team, who adds to the experience, we say thank you. Lots of hard work, routines that we're really proud to display. You've been a great partner of ours. And we really want to say thank you for all of your efforts. To our cheerleaders, again, you add so much to all of our events. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes on with you coming to so many games, and we want to make sure that you know how much we appreciate your loyalty and support. And now we get a chance to turn our attention to our spring sports. We've got baseball coming back from the Florida trip, very successful trip. We'll stop off at William & Mary in Williamsburg to play a 3-game set with them, and then they'll be back home. And we hope that we can count on folks coming out to watch us. Got a beautiful day as we look outside this beautiful facility here at the Michael and Dr. Deborah Grice Center for Sports Performance. We're so proud of this facility. The sun is shining through on a 60-degree day in March. We hope that bodes well for our home schedule for baseball, which will commence here next week at home. Our track and field program will have several meets in Dedham, at our track in Dedham. And men's and women's rowing will also be back on the river here before too long as they return from their training trips down south. So we expect lots of great performances from our teams and our individual athletes going into the spring. We want to encourage you to come out and root for those teams and show your support for them as they work through their schedules this spring. and represent Northeastern. And we hope that you'll continue to show your support for us in many ways, whether it's through fundraising, at events, or through communication with us in the many ways that we can communicate with you going forward. And it won't be long before we're back at it again with our fall sports, and looking forward to them having another successful year in 2012-13. So on behalf of everybody associated with Northeastern Athletics, I want to tell you how much I appreciate all that you do for us and the way you turned out. All of us are thankful to be working in an organization and an institution that cares so much about athletics, with great fans and great student athletes and coaches to work with. So we say thank you again. We hope that you'll continue to come out and watch our teams. And as always, go Huskies.